Hey there, welcome to my channel and another of my Quickie series. In today's series, I'm going to show you how to use a product that most of us don't use to kind of get this bokeh snowflake effect. So what you're going to need is you're going to need your background, and this is just one I did. This is on Simon Hurley's Dark White. It's another one. You're going to need this paint here, any kind of white chalk paint. This is Waverly White Chalk Paint, and I've had it for years. I just transferred it from a large container into this jar for easier access. Gonna need a stencil brush, you're gonna need a regular blending brush and some white ink, and of course your stencil. And it's good if you have a stencil that's intact. I have kind of trashed this one a little bit, trying to clean it, those little delicate parts. That's my laziness. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay the stencil down onto the paper kind of where I want it, and I'm going to flip it over. I'm just going to put a couple of little pieces of mint tape on each side to kind of just hold it down a bit. I don't want to use any kind of sticky product like a pixie spray or anything, because you know, I'm going to be doing multiple layers, and I don't want the ink to get weird, for lack of a better word. So I'm just going to flip this over, and I'm going to start with a light layer of ink. And I'm just going to use my brush, and I'm just going to lightly go over the whole stencil. The second layer is going to be a little bit heavier of a layer, and you'll see I switched to my Dollar Rowney watercolor ink. But you don't have to. You can just make a thicker layer of white ink. And you can skip all of this and just go straight in with the chalk paint. But the thing I like about chalk paint is you can stamp over it. I imagine you can stamp over acrylic as well, and the chalk paint is acrylic. But anyways, there's my layer one. Okay, you could stop right there. That looks pretty cool. Nice little subtle background, but I'm wanting something heavier, so I'm going to flip my stencil around and move it to where I want it, because I'm going to be overlapping some of these snowflakes. And you can do the same bokeh effect. You can see just a little hint of my homemade mask there with circles cut in it, but so you can do regular circle, which is normal, but this, yeah, something different. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop a dropper full of this Aquafine ink. Again, you do not have to use this, but one drop covers the whole thing, and I'm just lazy. Anything quick. Let's just go quick here. I'm just going to rub that around in my ink, and I'm just going to rub it around on the stencil, and you see how easy that goes down. Well, I like easy. I'll just coat the whole paper. If you miss a spot, oh well, no big deal. They're snowflakes after all. Go back in any place you feel like you need your ink a little bit heavier, and then go ahead and reveal your second layer, and see that's already looking like some depth of field there. But I'm going to do my final layer. I'm not even going to clean off my stencil. I'm just going to set it where I want it. And notice I left my tape on my paper. And there's nothing really scientific about where I'm putting it. I'm just putting it. And then I'm going to get out my my Waverly Chalk Paint. And what I do is I just actually, you know, I had shook it up earlier. I'd shaken it up. It's well shook. I'm going to use the globber that shook onto the top of the press and seal. And I've got my stencil brush here. I'm just going to tap my stencil brush in the paint, and then I'm just going to lightly paint the surface here of the stencil. And this washes with soap and water, so I'll just immediately, when I'm done here, take it to my bathroom and clean it off. And you want to kind of keep sort of a light hand on this. You'll see that I went a little bit heavy towards the top, and it kind of globbered through my stencil. So you know, make sure you're keeping a light hand. You can always do another coat, but you see right there where my stencil is messed up. It does mess it up on the picture as well. Is what it is. Just kind of make sure it's smoothly blended in. And this stuff dries quick. It dries about as quickly as the pigment ink. Maybe, maybe you want to wait 5 minutes before you start stamping down on it. But there we go. Now I've got 3 layers of snowflakes, giving it, some dimension, like you're looking back. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like to see more, subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. And thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you. Have a good one.